Let's get all ready. Today I am so excited, ladies and gentlemen. We have in my world, a very, very big celebrity joining us. I hope you all can join if you're around. If not, you'll watch it afterwards. We have Dr. Chiara Adjkun, the artistic director for the Adjkun Ballet Theater. Unbelievable. I'm dressed seriously today because this is a serious, I'm like quite excited and honored and humbled to be having her join us. Just so you know, the Adjkun Ballet Company is an amazing company based in New York City. One of the only companies that, and Chiara's already joined, but she's going to request me in a minute. But to my understanding, here she is. View. Go live with. Waiting for Chiara. I'm professional at this now. Hello.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm Pamela. Finally, nice to meet you face to face
Yes.
through modern technology.
Yes, of course, of course.
I was busy bragging about you while you were logging on. You're amazing. Like
Thank you.
you're a forerunner for women and anybody in the arts world, period. Like you've set a standard, a bar higher than most people I've read on their CVs.
Thank you.
Wow. Like really. The only thing I was trying to figure out is, where did you get your doctorate?
Well, I graduated from Harvard University.
Right.
So it's a pioneer doctorate in dance medicine.
Okay.
And so, it was one of the very first attempt to join the dance and the medicine. And it was especially because of my interest as a dancer to find out how our body works and what we can actually do to accomplish certain skills that we might not have been born with.
Oh, yeah. Right. Like unbelievable. You send me your CV, and a lot of people before I interview them send me their CVs, and I'm like, okay. Yours I've read now 4 times, just because I said, and I don't know if you saw me before you even logged on. I said, I'm really quite intimidated. I'm almost fangirling you because
No, absolutely.
really,
That's a thing that will actually make me very uncomfortable. I am just a normal human being. I tried, as many people, we try our best, and that's it. And life put me on a certain path, and I have a very strong passion for what I do, but absolutely I would not want to intimidate anyone.
well, it's a compliment from me.
Thank you.
That's what it's meant to be. Is truly an unbelievable compliment. Um, you're the artistic director for, and correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, please correct me, because my daughter has tried very hard and I've worked really hard to pronounce it. Adjkun.
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 Perfect. It's like I and kun.
Okay.
So
does it have a meaning? I know it's also your last name, but does it have a meaning?
It's a Turkish name originally. It's my stage name.
Oh,
Because my maiden name was too difficult for Americans, and and it's a Turkish name, and it's the name of a beautiful legend, and from the Balkans, and as well as the name of an ant.
wow. It is beautiful. Like I've just been, everything really, I'm reading everything going, wow. Okay. So I have a few questions not on your bio that some dancers have asked me to specifically ask you, because they're
Sure.
now in classes.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, you met my daughter, and she
Mm-hmm.
runs the charity division of all the dancing programs throughout. She, along with a whole bunch of 4th years who are graduating now at Joffrey, and a lot of kids throughout North America, have now
Sure.
been put into a holding pattern in the audition world, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
What guidance can you give these kids in particularly to
Well,
not
The
quit.
first thing that, of course, everyone would say is keep yourself in shape. That's very important. And you can do that through a variety of things. You can do the yoga and Pilates are really great. We have a well-being unit, and Icon Ballet Theatre is publishing daily videos of yoga, Pilates, ballet, and it's actually Patrizia Mantovani, which is the person that teaches yoga and Pilates. She's also my yoga and Pilates instructor. She's
Oh,
Italian and she's wonderful. Then we publish a variety of classes, and they are like very basic classes. You should not try to do anything very creative other than for fun, but just keep your body going within, like there is a difference between a dancer that self-train and someone that guides you to train. That's, I guess, why throughout the entire duration of our professional career, we do have dance teachers. So when you are a dancer, the situation where I found myself many, many times throughout my performing career, since I was jumping continents, not
yeah.
all the time I could just find a teacher that could give me a class that I wanted to take, because it's very important, like the way that someone trains you, modify your body, and so you don't want to end up in the hand of whomever. So I would rather give myself my class. And when I was doing this, a similar situation to what we find ourselves doing today inside our
Wow.
homes, I was making sure that I was not getting creative on my body. In other words, when I was a dancer, I didn't have the expertise to actually modify my body to a certain extent. The longer you have been in the career, and of course, the more you know. But just keeping your two plie, one grand plie, cambre devant, cambre derrière, the basic, the class that you have been doing all of your life. So this is not a time for advancement, I think. It is a time for maintenance. And also it could be a fantastic time where you detach for a moment from the athleticism of ballet and take time to actually recondition your body, making it better. Again, yoga, Pilates, strengthening the side of your body that is weakened than the other one, realignment, posture, all of those things can be
See,
done
I'm
in a
feeling a
piece
little
of your
guilty. You
hand.
said the word posture. Oh, sorry. My posture.
And
That's okay.
slouch too, so don't worry. We're together in this.
It's okay. I've never been a ballerina. I think I tried it once and my parents laughed. And we're not too sure where I came from. Oh, I still don't know how my daughter has a ballet body. Really, it's beyond me. So what about the audition circuit now? How do these kids go? Is this coming season a write-off for them? So the parents like myself say, it's okay, Naomi, you won't get a job this year. Just do whatever for one more year. Like, what do we guide them and say?
Do whatever is not certainly what you are supposed to be doing. There is a pause in the workplace, and it is not just in the art, it is everywhere. So I think
Right.
this uncertainty is for everybody. The difference is the time clock in for ballet, where maybe, in another field, you don't have such a urgency to look for a job because it's not necessarily that you're young and strong in that sense. And there is also, again, the necessity to be ready for when the arts go back. My sense is that once that this period will be over, there will be a great desire to go outside. I mean, that's what I certainly want
I
to
hope
do.
so. So
Want to go to the theater and watch
I
the ballet.
agree.
And so I think that we are all going to be able to somehow bounce back. How many jobs are we going to be able to offer? It will depend on how long this crisis lasts, so nobody knows. But if that's the case, there will be many companies that might be in need of urgently hiring someone. So
Oh,
one of the
that's
things that
interesting.
I find is certainly not a normal pattern throughout the year.
Right.
One of the things that I find myself, like sometime in the urgency, someone got injured, like companies that like ours, if we are to leave for a tour and we have engaged the exact number of dancers plus one or two on the study, if we have an injury, we are on, you know, like on the lookout. We need someone. And one of the things that I found myself often to encounter is great dancers that let themselves go out of shape for a variety of reasons that we're not going to, you know, but
Right. No, I understand that.
if you need someone urgently, you're not certainly going to hire someone that is not in shape.
Yeah. So I understand now what you're saying is my dream role of being that prima ballerina is not going to happen, basically. No, that was a joke. Okay, like really, I have to throw a little bit of humor in this one.
I also think one other thing that I feel it is important is sometimes dancers perceive the audition season to be just those 3 months,
Yes,
which
and
might,
that's what
yes.
everybody is telling me, right?
Well, not necessarily, you know, like based upon my experience, this is the first cut of dances. This is what the pattern that I have been observing. Everyone auditions, let's say, between January and April to make
Right.
it a longer season, okay? And then some of them do receive a letter of intent, which then they accept or turned out by May, let's say. But then some dancers receive more than one offer, so that will leave the companies on the lookout for other dancers. So in my perception, even though the majority of companies are holding open audition throughout this time, there's still hope throughout the rest of the year. I would say up until August, September, when most companies resume their activity for the ensuing season, and more so this year.
Wow, that's interesting. I mean, these are all things that really I've taught, and this is me taking a step back from the charity as a mom now saying, and to other mothers out there, because we're all in the same boat. We've, especially me, I've been the mom that have absolutely said, Naomi, if this is the career you want, you need to do it, because I know nothing. I know nothing about ballet except maybe first position. And really, even that I probably don't do so well. So for me, it's important that you say that to the kids, because as a parent, I say, oh, maybe she's done and now we need her to like do a second option. But you're saying don't give up just so quickly.
No, no,
Okay.
absolutely not. Again, you know, like there are so many misconceptions, in my opinion, that have been just verbally, you know, like related from one generation to another. But some of them, including technical one, belong to 100 years ago. You know, they're
Yeah.
not true anymore, and it seems that there is a great deal of lack of information about how to market yourself as a dancer,
Oh,
and this kind of punitive kind of mentality in the industry where, you know, you're not enough and this is not enough, and there is a deadline, expiration deadline that is like so short. Again, it was based like, you know, you were 20 and you were young when it was the 19th century. Nowadays you're younger for a longer time, and all it takes is to be on the lookout. We have seen ballerinas now that have children, where like 200 years ago it was like,
never.
100 years ago it was like not, you know, you had to dedicate and sacrifice your entire life to that. We have seen a variety of patterns, and it's about the time we break out of the old mentality.
That's so impressive. You know, that leads to the old mentality of me saying to you that I I mean the charity has been following your company for years now. I know recently you started following me about 2 years ago, but we've been following you a little bit longer. Not that it's bad that you haven't followed me sooner, but you have been following me for about 2 years. One of the biggest reasons is my daughter became friends with Maria Oka,
Mm-hmm.
which for the past year I understand has been working on getting her visa, right?
Yes.
So the very first ballet Naomi saw in New York was with Maria Oka going to yours. And she said, Mom, you would love them because they won't put you to sleep. Now, please don't take that the wrong way, but I've been to, let's say, a few ballets where I just find it sometimes, not saying I like the music, and so the music sometimes might. However, she said to me, Mom, their performances are just unbelievable. Like you would see the difference sometimes with them versus, okay, my other, like my 5-year-old performances.
Thank you. I mean, in ballet, we have dance school, which serve their purpose, and of course, they are not the little ones might not be doing steps that are as
Right.
exciting as the professional, and unfortunately, we see also a lot of larger companies that lacking new repertory, and so there's only
Yes.
that many Nutcracker you can watch.
Well, I don't want to say it, but I kind of have said that, there, and I do. I'm that parent who knows nothing about ballet, but if my daughter's in a performance, I'm that parent that says, okay, I should go and support at least one.
Yeah.
Nutcracker is far more challenging now. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that I don't know. There's only so many Nutcrackers now. Do you use your younger kids as well, your school, in your Nutcracker performance?
We don't actually have a formal school. We do
Okay.
serve public districts, and we
Oh, that's
have
right. I
dance
was reading that
program within dance
this,
with these districts.
like you
So
work with the
ours,
schools, right? If I'm correct.
yes, is a partnership with public schools,
Amazing.
and we organize a variety of programs, but not a formal ballet education. Like they're mainly dance performance program. So yes, we incorporate in some of our shows the young children, and we're just hoping to share with them the joy of movement and to give them confidence by putting them on stage. But most importantly, to raise them with an artistic standard that will make of them an audience that can distinguish. Like if you allow me the little like comment, I met many audience members saying, my husband doesn't like ballet, is never going to come to ballet with me, and then changing their mind because their experience was not actually a professional ballet performance, or was one that you mentioned, a boring one, and then that opened their eyes. So we want the children to know that ballet is beautiful, and for that they need to watch a professional ballet performance.
Wow, it's unbelievable. I mean, I know that you do a lot of charitable work. First and foremost, I want to thank you because you're one of the few companies that I've been researching where you're still employed.
Yes.
That and you were employed before they even made the announcement that you can get funding from the government
Mhm.
for being
Yes.
a right. So
Yes.
that is huge respect for your board. Like really unbelievable.
I agree. I
It
agree.
just like we don't hear that no. I think
I
I
agree.
found yeah.
My board is amazing. They're wonderful people, and we have a common vision, which is yes, it is beautiful ballet, and we all passionate about that. But the dancers need to eat and pay the rent, and so they have this understanding, and it's not always possible, but they're amazing, and I'm very
Yeah.
thankful for them.
I was emotional when I read that. And to me, I think that's why people need to follow this company. You know what? You might not be a ballet lover and you might not know anything about ballet, but once you start to read about your company and where your principles, like the fact that you're in the school boards. I was reading a quote from Hillary Rodham Clinton. So that means you've met her.
Yes, she followed our activity. I originally met her at the Monson William Proctor Institute up in Utica, and oh, something got frozen.
That's okay. Give it a second. It will unfreeze. Hold him. Are we coming back? Oh, wait. Did I lose you? I don't know. Maybe social media is not happy. Everyone's online. Wait, I can't hear you. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to pause for a second. I'm going to get you to re-sign on, see if that does it. You can't hear me. I'm going to. I can comment, right? Hold on, wait. Watch this. I can do this. I'm going to hang you up and then. There, see, that's exactly it. View. Let's see if it's working. Oh, Oh, now I'm so sad that this is like having issues. One of my most amazing interviews. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's cancel this. Let's try it again. View, go live, waiting. Let's see if it works again. Does it work?
Are we connecting?
Yeah, we are now.
Okay,
Sorry.
fantastic. So I was saying I met her at the Mount St. William Proctor Institute up in Utica, where I was choreographing Romeo and Juliet, and we had the opportunity to get to know each other a little, and she certainly was very supportive of my arts and my work. We share a lot in common. We appreciate like the sense of diversity, multiculturalism, and the desire for equality, which are very important things in my art world and for her politically, of course.
Right. Yes. Well, I'm very aware of that. I mean, I'm Canadian, so I kind of stay out of the politics. But when I see a female inspiring leader like that, it's hard not to.
It's for me, it's not just politics. It's like people, you know, like politics may be your job, like choreographing is mine.
Right.
And, you know, like if I like the person, that's a different dimension that if I am ideologically involved in that direction. I like her as a person. I always admired her. I think she's accomplished many things, and that's it.
She's broken ceilings she did a few years ago, I think, right? So now, what made you now when I initially spoke to you, you've already performed in a hospital, right?
Yes.
Now, which blew me away, because if I'm correct, you've performed in a hospital was it in the Bronx, the Children's Montefiore?
We performed in Yonkers, we performed in Brooklyn, we performed in the Bronx, we performed in Manhattan. We performed in a variety of hospitals, and we do that with pleasure. We did especially this is for the children hospitalized, but we also on occasion performed even a Jacobi here for the staff, which is very important, especially at this moment. They are in the health professionals, so you know when we have the opportunity to serve, that we do.
Oh, yes. So that's why we're even more excited to partner with you. I don't know if you know that to us is huge. Am I losing you again? Did I lose you? You there? Can you hear me okay? Or no? No. We can do this again. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see if we can get her back on. View. Go live with Chiara.
Here we are.
There we are. Well, you know what it is? The world all wants to be on social media now.
Yeah.
So
I guess everyone is also working from home, so on the internet, which...
Yeah. But I must say, we're so excited to be working with you. I know that Naomi is most looking forward to when she can go in and talk to your staff and just show you some of the stuff we've done. And I know what you guys don't all specialize in is bedside visits. You haven't done as many of those, if I'm correct. And
no, bedside visit, no.
Right. So that's where she's really excited to, I mean, that's one of our biggest things is doing bedsides, is it's unbelievable. But we're just so proud because Bill Ritter from ABC, I can't wait. After this feed, I'm going to be sharing it with him, because I told him, look, Bill, this is because of you that I'm sure partially that we're getting our name out there in New York. And that's so beautiful that you're willing to dance in hospitals with us. Most ballet companies, and this is what inspired me about you, only perform at the trendy hospitals. I don't know if you're familiar when I say the word trendy. Okay. And you inspired me because you not only were willing to perform at the non-trendy hospitals, you also perform in the school system. Like, so it's just, you really get the concept of giving back, not just to show.
It's like sometimes like for some companies that is about exposure, and instead for us it's about serving the ill. You're talking about children. No child should be ill and so
Right.
whatever you can do to help them out, it's and like seeing their little faces when they see the ballerina, and just precious.
I happen to agree. You've performed and you work all over the world, all
Yes.
over. Favorite country?
I,
Other
I
than the
can't
US.
say
I'm not.
I can't say I have a favorite country. I certainly love Australia because of the nature. I love London and New York and Paris because of the energy. I'm really fond of Italy. I'm Italian. So I'm really fond of like their hospitality.
I still can hear you. So if you can, I
Again, we
still can
got
hear you. Yeah.
frozen. Yeah, no.
Italy. Yes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They don't like when we talk about the northern region. Uh-oh. I'm so sorry about this, everybody. I've never had this happen before. We really are loving her. And what I'm going to do is maybe, hold on, let's see if we can do this one more time. Go live. Let's see if we can do this.
Yes.
There you are. Do you still have family in the north, in Italy?
Yes, I do. I do.
Has
All of my family is basically over there, but for my children.
Okay, so not that I usually like to discuss the virus because I think it's an interesting topic that I try to hard to stay away. I can't help but ask to know that your family is staying safe, because when we hear northern Italy, everybody
Yeah,
says, "Oh
I
my
I
goodness."
actually I have like a part of my family that is home and safe, but I have a huge part of my family, like many of my family member are doctor, and some of them just happen to be ER doctor. So one just contracted the virus, so she's home now, and we are hoping for the best. And and they are actually in Lombardy, is like the worst region to be in now. So we're hoping for the best. What I They have to be on the front line, and they are afraid of being on the front line, like everybody else.
Well, I know we at Crafting for a Cure, and myself included, our thoughts and prayers are absolutely going out to your family and to everybody in Italy and around the world, but especially now that I've met somebody who's from northern Italy. I'm going to ask you something totally not related. What's your favorite
Sure.
food?
Oh, that's difficult. I love pizza. I love tortelli di zucca, which are like pumpkin ravioli, but done in my hometown. I then love sushi, and I love a lot of food. I love Mexican food, so I love Chinese food. I really enjoy food. That's it. But the pizza, I would say put it on the top.
Do you make all your own food?
I make a lot of food. I love to cook. I don't happen to make pizza, but I do cook a lot, especially these days that I'm home all the time. So yes.
Wow. Now, I noticed you also like to ride horseback riding.
Yes.
There's no horses in New York City, I don't believe, except for those ones that
What do you
we
mean?
should
I
go.
have a stable right in front of where I live.
Oh, really? I don't think it. Well,
Yes, I
wait,
do.
like you. Wow, that's even more impressive. Now I take that back, because I grew up in a farming town and
It
loved horseback riding.
if you're interested, is on Pelham Parkway, near Plum Bay Park. They have a large stable, beautiful. Is a friend of mine that owns it, and you can go ride in the woods or on the beach.
Wow. Okay. Well, then I take that back, New Yorkers. I apologize. Being from a farming province, I wouldn't have thought of New York City or New York in general being a horseback riding place. So I'm impressed. So now, how can people sign on to take your classes now? So one thing people are looking forward to, outside of being inspired, it's also to keep in shape.
Yes.
So can anybody take your classes?
On Facebook, on the organization page, which is the Adjkun Ballet Theatre, all in one word. The one into the company and the other one is the organization. We regularly post either link to other pages, like in the case of yoga and Pilates, because we don't want to overload the community with yoga and Pilates. So they are to be directed to Patrizia's page or actually video. We just posted the video part one of Maestro Rodolfo Romero, which is an Argentinian ballet theater. We posted the body conditioning class of Bridie Connors. Tomorrow, Kylie Brown is about to go live with her class. She already did last Wednesday the body conditioning. She is a Russian pro point shoes ambassador, so she does that to the community at large. Everyone can access the classes. Then we're going to have Ichiko Nakahima, then Momoko Burbine. You know, we're a lot of classes, and they are free for the entire community to take.
Wow, that's beautiful. That the fact that they're even free. I know a lot of companies that they're still trying to fundraise, and I understand that it's a necessity, but you're still offering your stuff for free. That again is equally beautiful.
Well, it's the our donors are very strong, and of course it's a difficult situation. Every penny counts, but that is like our desire. The first thing, if you allow me, even during very difficult for a professional dancer to come out with like $21 once a day at least go take open classes. That's difficult. And there's no other way out. Like, you know, real estate in Manhattan are very expensive, and it's not like they can just toss them away. But when we can, you know, when we have like dancers that are associated with us, we like to open our home, but we can't open for everybody. And in that spirit, we now in this moment where the performers are being hit the most, I think, in this crisis. I mean, they have to keep in shape, has to help them. So we're trying.
You sent me a bunch of links, if I'm correct, from on the video to show some of the dances, right?
No, it's not like video. You asked me videos about me, so that's
so
those are
what
videos of choreography.
One of the things that we're busy creating right now, and we're asking our professional companies, as well as you being the number 2, we're so excited. I mean, that to us is a big deal that we've now established a partnership. We're being asked to create a video montage to show for the hospitals currently. So we're going to ask if you don't mind sending us something, maybe a mini performance or something that we can put in so that the hospitals around can also see some of your beautiful performances while they're in isolation. And it's being shared, we understand, not just with kids, it's going to be shared with all patients. Like, this is one of the things that they've asked for us. And that I think is a great, great thing. I really could sit and chat with you for hours, like really. But I also know we're having a little technical difficulty, and I don't want to take up hours of your time because you probably are a very busy woman, as I've read your bio 150 times. Yeah, choreographer. Yeah, okay. I don't want to say anything, but if people still wanted to support your company, are you? I mean, let's face it, people. Everybody's still asking for money. We're just doing a little differently now. If you want to support the ballet company, the fact that they're offering all these classes for free, maybe it might be a way for people to say, okay, I'd like to just donate just to keep up these going. Do you have a website where people can donate to support you?
Yes, of course. Adjkunbt.org is our website. There are links to donate. The email address is actually connected with both PayPal and quick pay and Zelle and all of that stuff. So to donate, or they can send in a check. Anyway, every dollar counts, and we're very donation. They have the opportunity to donate for a variety of causes, to include a ticket to dream, which is very dear to me, that offers tickets to our underprivileged community. We're able to bring a lot of senior people to the theater through that program. Like other programs like our in-house performances, because of course we don't want to lower the standards. So anything that they can donate, and of course they can donate directly to or underwrite directly dancers in the company. There is a program called Bravo, part of the Dancers Ring. Nominate the dancers that will benefit from your donation. Wow. And so forth and so on. So the thing that they can and will do is always, no matter the dollar amount, as I say, $1 for someone has to take that from the table is worth more than $1 million. That someone that has just come.
Right. I'm in agreement with you. I always am so blown away when the little kid shows me up with my piggy bank and says, I just raised 150 pennies for you, miss. And I'm like, you know what? That's the best donation ever. Even though in Canada we don't use pennies anymore, I'm always impressed when they still give me them. I really want to say thank you. Normally, I've got to tell you, at the end of every show, I normally ask everybody, what do they do to wash their hands with? Because, the whole thing is to sing ABC or happy birthday. I've had a yogi person say, no, she stands on one foot in some tree position. Do you do anything? And I know that everyone was saying to me, my daughter and all these other kids said, you can't ask her. You can't ask her this question. Like, this is bad.
I am unfortunately very boring. I just watched it.
Well, then there you go. Okay, see, so I didn't make her sing, but she at least told me what she does, and she just washes, and you probably wash quite frequently, like the rest of the world. Yes, and most importantly, you're staying home. And absolutely, yes. Kylie Brown, we are going to work very hard to save this and post it on our Instagram, TV, and Facebook. We agree that this is probably one of the best interviews we've ever had on our show, and we know that Bill Ritter from ABC has also requested it for him to watch as well, which is huge, because without people like ABC, I believe everything has a reason how we get involved. One of the hospitals you performed at, we were the very first people to come in. They said that you were the only hospital that's ever come to them other than us. And Naomi and her team did bedsides as well. And they said, if you could get them to do bedsides, we'd be in heaven. And I said, well, that's Naomi's job, not mine.
That's
so
wonderful. We're very happy. Oh, here it is. Rodolfo just joined us, our ballet.
Oh, your ballet master. Well, Rodolfo, you can always do a class with me. Yeah. I'm not really good at ballet, so sorry. Do you? Yeah, no, it will never happen. I mean, in theory, I could do it.
He's a fantastic ballet master, but he's also a fantastic person. Like, he's really funny and really caring. So it's your chance to start.
Okay, Rodolfo, here it is. I think this is called a port-de-bras or something, with the arm out like that, right? Okay, I did it. I'm waiting for that thumbs up there. Like, really. He didn't really give me a thumbs up. I thought I'd point that out. So I guess my hope is failing quite quickly. But truth be told, we'll be plugging you a lot these next couple weeks, because we're working on this video montage that we're creating with all the ballerinas that we have from all around. And I don't know who that is who's going to send us the video, if it's you or if Rodolfo, but we look forward to getting it and putting in with our clips.
None of the two. It's actually Alexei. Alexei is my son, and he works from the media division. So yes, it will be him.
Okay, see, we all put our kids to work. That's how it works in this small little industry.
Yes.
I just want to say thank you so much for letting me be inspired about your world. Like, really. I mean, I'm reading this quote from somebody that says, this honor is awarded to Dr. Chiara Adjkun Akun, Akun,
Icon.
Akun,
Icon.
sorry,
The I?
Akun, for her
Yes.
invaluable contribution to the arts. Let Dr. Akun's work be the inspiration for the global community. That, and that was by somebody, Ferdinando III. That just sounds Prince. Yeah, okay. I want the Prince to say that someday, God willing. That is amazing. Like, really, the quotes, ladies and gentlemen, that I have read on not just what she said, but then Google searching you is unbelievable of how many people you've touched in this world and how many people you inspire and still inspire. I need you to keep doing this, because this, your inspiration, you need to come on once a week, even not on my show, but just talk about being who you are, because really and truly, I can't get over how much I've read about you and being inspired. And I didn't know that much about you, except your ballet company is being
Thank you.
inspiring.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I was very happy to be doing this interview with you. And I am very impressed by your work as well, because it's very important.
Yeah.
To go and help people in the hospital. So I partner with you for this venture and to do bedside ballets and new things for us.
Well, thank you so, so much. I appreciate it. I'm Pamela Belak from Crafting for a Cure, and this is Chiara Adjkun, the artistic director for the Adjkun Ballet Theater Artists. Please go to their website. Please check them out. Be inspired. Just be as inspired as I have today. And most importantly, stay home, stay safe, and stay in shape. Oh, there. Do some ballet and yoga.
Yeah, there. Bye,
Alrighty, thank you so much.
everyone. Thank you, Pamela.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Gracie. I don't normally talk after somebody leaves me. I've enjoyed getting to hear y'all talk. I've done quite some research and have enjoyed learning y'all so much about you and your company, Miss Adjkun. Right, Gracie? Really impressed. I agree, Grace Souls. Thank you so much, everybody that joined our show today. I really empowered. I almost am going to figure out how we can put her bio up on our page. I don't really know how to do any of this, but I want you all to get to know her and get to know this company. It really was amazing to hear a lot about them. I'm Pamela from Crafting for a Cure. Thank you so much. And yes, I did ask her how to wash her hands, and she just washes them, but she washes them diligently. Thank you so much again. We will figure out how to get this back onto our Facebook and to our Instagram TV. I appreciate all your support and all your love. See y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow we have, just for everybody who needs to know, we have Kelly Farrell from Oak Learners. It's a private school that specializes with kids who don't always learn the same way, or parents that just want to get their kids in small classroom ratio sizes. But most importantly, they are teaching online, and they're having a successful run of online teaching, and they get what everyone's going through as a parent. So watch us tomorrow. If you got any questions, see you all soon. I'm Pamela, and I'm out of here. After all being inspired, I think I need a nap. Oh, actually, I should get into shape. Take care. Bye, y'all.